Good morning, Amplifier people. Welcome to YouTube. Let's see if lazy Mr. Punk is out of bed today. Oh, he is up. He's in the cupboard under the stairs. He's raked everything out. There's amplifiers everywhere. I wonder what he's looking for. So, Mr. Punk, after you've finished making a right old mess and asked me to put all the amplifiers back in the cupboard, can we go down the Punk Arms and have a pint?
Morning AI, and you're right AI, I have made a bit of a right old mess with a lot of amplifiers scattered around the studio. I didn't know there was so many in here, to tell you the truth AI, and you know me so well AI, because I am going to ask you as one of your chores today to put all the amplifiers back in to the cupboard under the stairs, and do them nicely AI, don't just chuck them in there. There's some high-end audio hi-fi valuables among this lot, so pack them nicely, bubble wrap them and that, put them back in the cupboard. Thanks AI, you know you was doing that AI, didn't you? And AI, as you're asking what I am looking for in the so-called cupboard under the so-called stairs, and why I am scattering the high-end valuable amplifiers all over the studio so I can get to the back of the cupboard, I am looking for an old vintage Sony AV unit that I haven't had out in a very long time. And we keep doing amplifiers, so today, as we watched the nice modern Yamaha last night and had Elon Musk round with his Good, the Bad and the Ugly on Blu-ray, I thought it'd be good for the viewers to learn about some vintage AV and is it worth buying. But it's took me a long time to find it AI. I didn't know where it was. So much clutter in this cupboard, I just couldn't find it. But I've got it now AI. So if you can pack everything away AI, thanks AI. And AI, every day this week, all you want to do is go down the Punk Arms for a pint. You better watch that drinking AI, that'll play havoc on your software. Thanks AI. Sorry about that ladies and gentlemen. Just catching up with AI. So yes, today we are doing something a bit different. We're going to talk vintage AV. Not real vintage, but the one in front of you is from 1996. It's the Sony VE100 Dolby Pro Logic 5.1 surround sound amplifier from 1996. Now this thing would have been expensive in 96. I think this was about £700 in 1996. You got a remote control with it, which I have got somewhere, but I cannot find, and I am not looking through the so-called cupboard under the stairs anymore for the remote. It does still work, but I cannot find it. So, for your 700 of hard-earned English pounds, or if you lived in the USA, it would have been $875. So, what would you get for your £700 or your $875? Well, you would have got the amplifier, a nice little remote control which I cannot find. You would have got 4 small speakers, one for each corner of the room. A slightly bigger speaker to use for the centre channel, and you would have got a separate bass bin or a subwoofer that plugged in the back and also it plugged in the wall, so it would have been a self-powered subwoofer made by Sony that plugged in the back of this unit to give you the 5.1 system, which would have been top of the range in 1996 from Sony, aimed at those people who wanted to sit down and watch the movies or the football or the baseball or whatever you wanted to watch and get that 5.1 surround sound. I think it was also aimed at the people lucky enough to have at home the PlayStation 1, released 29th of September 1994. So those lucky enough to have a PlayStation 1 at home, this system was aimed at you, so you could play your Wipeout or your Tomb Raider or Crash Bandicoot or any other classic Sony franchise games for the PS1, released 29th of September 1994. So it was aimed at them people as well, so you'd sit there in your room playing on the PS1 with this thing turned up nice and loud, getting a bit of 5.1 surround, because them games, them early PS1 games, they did have 5.1 and 5.1 Pro Logic on them, so they were set to run with this thing. So yeah, and on it I've had a PS1 released 29th of September 1994. I've had one working through this, and it sounded really good. It was really good to have it how people would have had it back in the day. PS1, this Sony, all the gear. I haven't got the original bass bin and that, I put a different one on it, but it was still good, and it surprised me how good it was, this thing. So it is a nice little amplifier. You can run it with just two speakers on it to put the music through it, and it's not too bad at doing that. It's quite good. It's power. The front channels for your front right and your front left speaker, they kick out 35 watts. The centre channel for your centre speaker, that kicks out 35 watts. Your rears for your rear surround whilst playing on the PS1, released 29th of September 1994. The rears was a bit lower powered. They are only 15 watts per channel, but it's still alright. When you're using it, you don't realise that the rears haven't got as much go as the fronts. It's all done to blend in, and it is quite nice. Get the bass bin rumbling and that. It surprised me, this thing, when I first got it a few years back, how actually good it was. So yeah, you can put two speakers on it and play a bit of music from it, and it does that alright. If you whack a CD player in the back of this thing, it's not actually that bad a sound. Alright, it's not a high-end Marantz or Sansui from 1976, but this little thing, it's not worth no money. People don't want this. If you saw this in like a charity shop, it would be a tenner. Or on eBay, this thing is just not expensive at all. I did look on the old eBay, and there is a few on there. So if you wanted a surround, I've had the PC plugged into this. It gives a good sound for no money. It's good, and it's got quite a lot of settings on it. Stadium setting, Pro Logic, Surround, Theatre. It's got quite a few different settings on it, so you can change it about, and you can adjust what speakers run on it, put it in a different mode, and then you can do like theatre, Pro Logic, Stadium, for each individual setting. So by fiddling about with the buttons, this thing has got quite a lot of settings on it to change it about and get a different sound. So it is a good little vintage receiver, receiver, AV, amplifier, not a receiver. I am getting confused because I have spent too long today in the so-called cupboard under the stairs scattering amplifiers all round the studio. So, it's an amplifier, an AV amplifier, a good little AV amplifier. If you got one of these for no money, put little speakers on it. Now this is another one. If you have got the BW Nautilus and you have got 5 of them, this is not the amplifier to run 5 BW Nautilus in surround sound. There are better AV amplifiers for you out there that will do this. But if you have got small speakers, I put on this are the little Bose cubes. 5 of them I had on it with a BW bass bin, only a little one, and I'll tell you what, it sounded really nice. I've also run it with like small bookshelf speakers. I've had 2 sets of DM600s on this BW, and I think I had a Kef, I think it's called something like a Q35 centre speaker, a little black Kef with the single silver driver in it. I've had that on it and the so-called BW bass bin. And with that, yeah, it sounded really nice. I was really impressed with it. Watched a few movies, had the PS1 going through it, because although it's got the SCART at the back, it's also got RCA input. So if you was lucky enough to have the early PS1 released 29th of September 1994 with the RCA outputs on it, you could get a nice interconnect lead and just whack it straight in the back of this without the SCART. You didn't need none of that. So you put your PS1 into the telly and then do the sound out the back into this. So the early PS1 gets called the audiophile PS1, but that's a whole different kettle of fish. We're not going into that. I've not got enough time to do that one. But if you've got that one, you get your RCA straight out the back, straight into the back of this. Nice connection, nice sound. Yeah, good. If you haven't got that PS1 or you got a PS2, you had a SCART lead that come out the back and went into this. So it went like the PlayStation connection, that funny little plug, into a SCART, and you plugged it in the back. Or you can go the other way, where a lot of modern tellies have got the RCA connection on the back. So you plug the PS1 or 2, or whatever you've got, an Xbox, old Nintendo, anything you've got, you plug it into the TV like you would normal, and then come out of your outputs on the TV, on the RCA, and go into the back of this and get your sound that way. So yeah, it's a good thing, very versatile for the old consoles. So yeah, I rate this little amplifier for what you get it for. And you know, in its day, it was high-end Sony, this was. So Sony do not make rubbish. Well, they do make a bit of rubbish, but not when it's got quite a big price tag on it. If you buy something from Sony and it's expensive, it's gonna be good quality. And it says it all about this little thing. It's built well, because I've had it years. Whoever had it before me would have had it probably from 1996. This little thing is still going strong. It goes well, so it's never been no trouble. It really is a nice little AV unit for no money whatsoever. It's worth buying just to play around with it, put some speakers on it, have a go of it, sit and watch a few movies, fire up the old PS1 or 2. Other consoles are available from other manufacturers, but I like the PS1, released September of 1994. It's one of my favourites, the old PS1, so it's a good one. Put this PS1, you can do it how people did it in 1996. So yeah, it's all good, this one. And if you are lucky enough to have the Elon Musk coming round your house with The Good, the Bad and the Ugly on Blu-ray, no, actually, he watched that last night. So if you've got Elon Musk coming round your house with something different than The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, because he watched it last night, so if he's coming to yours, he won't want to watch that again. He will bring a different Blu-ray from his rather large Blu-ray collection. So if the Elon Musk is coming round your house with another edition from his large Blu-ray collection, and you haven't got the surround sound to set up and keep the Elon Musk happy, then this little Sony, for no money whatsoever, would do the job. 5.1, little bass bin on it. It would keep the Elon Musk very happy, because it is good enough. It's good, yeah, so this one gets thumbs up from me for the money. What's that, Robin? You're wrong! What do you mean I'm wrong, Robin? You're wrong! Wrong about Elon Musk! What, Robin? What's up, Robin? Well, the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home might get him round with The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, 'cause as he was leaving last night he said he really enjoyed it and he wants to watch it again. So you're wrong. All right, Robin, calm down, mate. Chill out, Robin. So yeah, that's what he said. Before you go giving it all that on the YouTube channel, you want to get your facts straight. All right, Robin. So, ladies and gentlemen, as Robin has just put me straight, and I was giving it all that on the YouTube channel, I would like to update what I said. So, maybe if you are lucky enough to have the Elon Musk coming round your house to watch one of his magnificent movies from his rather large Blu-ray collection, he may turn up at your front door with The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, because as I have just been told, he does apparently want to watch it again. So, if the Elon Musk is coming round your house, there's a good chance he will bring The Good, the Bad and the Ugly to watch again, 'cause he thoroughly enjoyed it, and yes, it is really good. So, the Musk comes round, no surround, buy this little Sony 5.1, away you go. The Musk is happy, everybody's happy, your missus is happy because it didn't cost much money, and you can all sit down together, little bit of cheese and biscuits, couple of glasses of Tizer, maybe a few bags of Haribo, and watch The Good, the Bad and the Ugly with the Elon Musk, and it will be a very enjoyable evening for not a lot of money with the Sony. So right, let's have a look at the front and have a look at the buttons and its features. So nice, the front of this one. As you can see, it's really nice condition. It's from 96, so it's got a few years on it, this old girl, and it's really lovely condition. it's got the all-important on-off button. It's a must-have on these old amplifiers, else you can't turn them on and off, so it's a good. Then you've got the centre mode, click in and out your centre speaker. TV, video 1, video 2, aux. You've got your surround modes, changes all the effects. So you push the button at the bottom and then do the top one, and for each one you get a different effect. Volume button, no loudness button on this one, volume only. So you do your surround, yeah. So that's about it at the front. What do you think of this one, Robin?
Yeah, I like it, but it's not that big Sony, is it, that we had downstairs yesterday with Elon Musk?
No, it's not that big Sony, Robin, but that big Sony's a ton of money, Robin. It's nearly new. 11.2 or whatever it is. This thing's old, Robin.
Yeah, I know, but I like that big Sony, massive. I could live inside that Sony, it's absolutely massive.
Alright, Robin, but today, Robin, you are wrong. Giving it all that on the YouTube channel when you are wrong, Robin. I won't embarrass you now. I'll have a word with you at the end of the show, as I don't want to embarrass you in front of the lovely ladies and gentlemen watching at home on the YouTube channel. So yeah, got 5 speakers on the back, output for another surround and your bass bin, video socket and the audio. So you can plug a CD player in the RCAs. So yeah, you are wrong, Robin, but I won't embarrass you, I'll do it at the end. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Today's episode was the TA VE100 Pro Logic Surround Sound System from 1996. Brought to you by Mr. Punk UK Productions. See you in the next one. Bye. And Robin, a word, mate. When you go giving it all that on the YouTube channel, you want to get your facts straight, mate. Giving it all that about the big Sony. Giving it all that on the YouTube channel. The big AV receiver we was watching in the lounge with Elon Musk is not even made by Sony. It was a Yamaha RXA 2060. So get your facts straight, mate, before you start giving it all that on the YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, it was a Yamaha, wasn't it? Big Yamaha. RXA 2060. I love that big Yamaha, I could live inside that. And I'm sorry, I was giving it all the big un on the YouTube channel, but I was wrong, so I'll take it back and I'll do it again.
We ain't got time for that, Robin, just say goodbye.
Alright, thanks for watching, see you in the next one, bye.